10 Stages of Genocide, in 1996. In it, he suggested that genocide develops in 8 stages that are predictable but not inexorable. Stanton first conceived and published his Stages of Genocide model in the 1987 Faulds Lecture at Warren Wilson College, also presented to the American Anthropological Association in 1987. In 2012, Stanton added 2 additional stages, discrimination and persecution, to his model, which resulted in a 10-stage model of genocide. The stages are not linear, and usually several occur simultaneously. Stanton's model is a conceptual model for analyzing the processes of genocide and for determining preventive measures that might be taken to combat or stop each process. Overview. The Stanton paper was presented at the State Department in 1996, shortly after the Rwandan genocide, but it also analyzes the processes in the Holocaust, the Cambodian genocide, and other genocides. The preventive measures suggested are those that the United States national governments and United Nations could implement or influence other governments to implement. Stanton's 10-stage model of the genocidal process is widely used in comparative genocide studies by teachers in schools and universities, and in museums such as the Dallas Holocaust Museum. Stanton's methodology focuses on events and processes that lead to genocide. The organization he founded, Genocide Watch, monitors events worldwide. It issues genocide alerts to policymakers in governments and the UN. Other genocide scholars have focused on the cultural and political conditions that lead to genocide. Sociologist Helen Fain showed that pre-existing anti-Semitism was correlated with the percentage of Jews killed in European countries during the Holocaust. Political scientists such as Dr. Barbara Harf have identified political characteristics of states that statistically correlate with risk of genocide. They are prior genocides with impunity, political upheaval, ethnic minority rule, exclusionary ideology, autocracy, closed borders, and massive violations of human rights. Stanton's model places the risk factors in Harf's analysis of country risks of genocide and politicide into a procedural structure. Risks of political instability are characteristic of what Leo Kuper called divided societies with deep rifts in classification. Targeted groups of state-led discrimination are victims of discrimination. An exclusionary ideology is central to dehumanization. Autocratic regimes foster the organization of hate groups. An ethnically polarized elite is characteristic of polarization. Lack of openness to trade and other influences from outside states' borders is characteristic of preparation for genocide or politicide. Massive violation of human rights is evidence of persecution. Impunity after previous genocides or politicides is evidence of denial. More broadly, a variety of research has been done examining the determinants of violence against civilians in armed conflicts, including genocide. Gregory Stanton has suggested that ultimately, the best antidote to genocide is popular education and the development of social and cultural tolerance for diversity.